Jaron Ennis, he vacates the WBA and the IBF welterweight belt because he is going into 154 pounds. Okay, he's jumping into the den of lions. 154 right now is probably the most active division right now. 160 ain't really been making no noise for a really long time now. 168 is looking dry. 175 is meh. 147 dry. 140 and 154 is really the divisions, man. 140 and 154. That's where all the action is right now. 135 is a lot of people is leaving 135, so there's nobody really there but Shakur and Abdullah Mason, man, and maybe you can even argue Kid Austin. But 154 is deadly right now. So Boots vacates, and now Rolando Romero becomes the official real deal WBA, I guess the super, whatever you want to call it, because he was WBA regular champion when he beat Ryan Garcia. So now he's been elevated. So he's been gifted. Boy, that WBA belt, it's been, well, it's weird because Boots, he was gifted the IBF belt. That's now vacant. And now Boots gives a gift to, Bud gave the gift to Boots, and then Boots gives a gift to Rolly. I'm not really, I don't like when boxers get belts like this, man. I don't care if it's whoever it is, Devin, Boots, it could be anybody. I don't like when boxers don't fight for belts. Let's face it. Boots, he fought for the, Rolly, at least he did fight for the 140 strap, the WBA down there. He fought Ishmael Barroso. That was controversial. I think he lost that fight, but yeah, why can't fighters just fight for the vacant belts? Why do it have to be elevated? Javon J. Davis, he didn't do anything to earn that WBA belt at 135. Why didn't they line up a fight for him to fight for the belt? It's just, the politics is crazy, man. But now we got Rolando Romero at 147. He is now a champion. So now 147 is currently 3 champs deep. We have Mario Barrios, who retained his WBC. He retained his WBC welterweight championship belt after beating Manny Pacquiao. A draw. It was a draw. I'm sorry. It was a draw against Pacquiao, and I just don't think he won, but whatever. Then you got now Rolly, and then you have Brian Norman Jr. with the WBO welterweight. So one of the questions that come to mind, since we don't have Boots at the division no more to fight Brian Norman Jr., will we get a unification bout between Brian Norman Jr. and Rolando Romero? I have no doubt Brian Norman will be up for the task. Rolly, I don't see it in him to duck the smoke from Brian Norman either. I'll tell you this, man. I think that'll be an interesting fight for some reason. Because listen, Rolando Romero has been proven to be a big puncher, bro, and he has. It looks like he has learned. He's learning to box a little bit more. He's learning to box. He boxed great against Ryan Garcia. Did a good job. Managed to drop Ryan in that fight. He has the freakish, the Crayola kid, the Crayola eating kid power, man. And Tank was the first one to tell everybody, hey, yo, listen, this dude Rolly hits like a fucking truck, man. He's the person, he's the hardest puncher he's ever faced is Rolly. And this is at 135, man. So it looks like Rolly's power, he's one of them boxers I be talking about that when they go up in weight, their power carries with them too, and it gets more devastating. It seems like maybe a little bit more devastating. And Rolly's become more patient. He got rid of, Bullet and stuff. So now, he's learning how to employ patience and box a little bit more. He knows the power is there. That's not going to be a problem. So now he learned how to box and how to put together his punches. He's always going to have like an awkward style. That's just the way he is. Remember, Rolly didn't start boxing early like a lot of these fighters. Plus, he has the martial arts background. So it's going to look a little weird to a lot of people, but that's his unorthodox style. Works for him. Let's get that fight with Brian Norman Jr. and Rolando Romero. From what I'm seeing, I don't think Brian Norman has anything lined up right now, does he? He just got through fighting the Jin Sasaki guy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tripping. Brian Norman and Devin, they got something lined up. So Devin is in welterweight too. So now this is what I'm saying. Welterweight is probably going to be a little interesting, maybe because Devin is there. He'll add a little bit of spice to it. But other than that, it's not really doing. It's just not really hitting the way it used to with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford and Keith Thurman and Sean Porter and all of them was there. It's not the same anymore. I don't have that same glamour to it that I used to have. So I think I don't know who Rolly's going to end up fighting at welterweight to defend his title, but let's get Rolly and Mario Barrios. Let's get that. I don't think Rolly got a fight lined up. Let's see something with Rolly and Mario. Because we got Boots. We got Devin and Brian Norman, and they're fighting in November. So I don't think Rolly should be waiting around to November to fight. He should be fighting somebody maybe October or something like maybe September or October. We should get a Rolly fight. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a light touch. I don't know. And then the winner between Devin and Brian Norman Jr. gets to fight Rolly. Because I'm telling you now, the weakest link is Mario Barrios. I don't even think Barrios could beat Rolly at all. I always thought Mario Barrios was the weakest link at 147 out of all the champions. He would have been the easiest one to get a belt from. Would be Mario Barrios, in my opinion. But we will see how it all unravels, man. So we got Rolando Rolly Romero is now the WBA real champion at 147 pounds. Interesting. Really interesting. What y'all think about this, man? It's your boy Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all on the next one.